The 2019 ODI World Cup remains one of the most closely contested World Cups of all time. There were no clear favorites as host England, despite their new method, were untested at the big stage. It was after 20 years since 1999 that the World Cup returned to England and Wales. Hello viewers, welcome to Stumps and Bales. This is your host Vineet Vashisht. The tournament was altered to increase the number of engaging games, with teams cut to 10 in number. It reduced the amount of games to 48 but ensured better parity. The format was similar to that of the 1992 World Cup. Every side played the other team once in the league and the top four played the semi-finals. The top two teams in the league phase. Australia, the defending champions, didn't have the best of the field memories walking into the tournament. Their two suspended players just returned to the squad, but Australia showed their big tournament temperament. They won 7 of their 9 games, with losses coming against India and South Africa. Australia finished second in the group stage. India dropped just 1 game in the entire league stage against host England, which incidentally marked the tournament of sorts for the latter. The Indian team seemed hardly troubled right through the group phase despite growing injuries and players playing out of position. They topped the group with 7 wins and 1 loss, with 1 game being washed out owing to rain. Who completed the final 4? England's tournament seemed to be nose-diving with losses against Pakistan, Australia and a shock defeat to Sri Lanka. But they counterattacked stunningly in the must-win game against India. This win revived their fortunes as they finished third on the points table with 6 wins and 3 losses. New Zealand, contrary to popular belief, was lucky considering their passage in the tournament. They tied on points 11 with Pakistan but piped them on net run rate. New Zealand in fact lost their league game to Pakistan, but heavy defeats against India and West Indies had rocked Pakistan's boat early. New Zealand, with 5 wins and 1 no result, was the 4th semi-finalist. The knockouts and the epic final. India and Australia were the 2 previous champions who knew how to win big moments. But both the semis saw stunning reversals as New Zealand got the belter of India in a heartbreaking semi-final while England plundered Australia. It set up a final between England and New Zealand with the promise of a new World Cup winner. There was little to separate the two sides at the end of the 100 overs and even after the super over, but it was England who won the World Cup because of the most criticized boundary count rule. After losing 3 World Cup finals and not making it to the knockout since 1992, England finally lifted the World Cup trophy. Now let's look at the game changers of the 2019 World Cup. Unlike the previous editions of the tournament, this one didn't really have a single individual outshining the other. There were many players who stood up and made an impact. Shakib Al Hasan became the first Bangladeshi player to cross the 600 run mark in a single World Cup. David Warner with 647 runs was the second highest run scorer, while Rohit Sharma almost broke all batting records with 648 runs and 5 centuries. Mitchell Starc once again was the major force, scalping 27 wickets at an average of 18.59. He broke the record of Grant McGrath 26 wickets for picking up most wickets in a single edition. But there were 2 players who towered head and shoulders over the others in this edition. They were the ones who contested the epic final. Kane Williamson and Ben Stokes. The New Zealand skipper set new benchmarks not just with his on-field display but the way he carried the team throughout the World Cup. Kane Williamson was the epitome of grace in New Zealand's gut-wrenching boundary count loss in the finals. He scored 578 runs in 9 games at an average of 82.57, smashing 2 centuries. Williamson was awarded the player of the tournament for his contribution to making the game beautiful. The winning performance though came from Ben Stokes. He was simply unmissable in all the high-pressure games, be it batting, bowling or fielding. Stokes was everywhere. He scored 465 runs in 11 matches at an average of 66.42 and a strike rate over 93. Stokes took 3 catches with 1 in the opening game, going down as the finest of the tournament in the addition to picking up 7 wickets. In all fairness, he was the MVP of the 2019 World Cup. He might not have got the MVP medal, but he certainly did wear the World Cup winners tag. Thanks for watching this video, and if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to Stumps and Bales YouTube channel, and also don't forget to follow all our social media handles as well. That's all for today's segment. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.